Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I finally got set up on a laptop and I got face cam now, so I think this is going to be much more better quality to watch. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get back into the speedrun. Let's keep progressing to 1000. So right now we're sitting at 629. So I reckon we've got a few videos left at least before we reach 1000. So D4 our opponent plays. There's different openings you can do from here. Like I say, you know, if you do watch my videos, I'm a bit of a parrot because I say the key principles quite often. You want to play simple earlier on, you know, as your level of the game develops. So this is the most common response to D4, just to respond with D5. He's playing a very passive opening. He's chosen to protect the pawn. Typically you want to develop your pieces early in the game, like I've got my knight out here. Good, okay. Now I can get this bishop out. Okay. Kicking our bishop. Beware guys, this diagonal is a weakness now. So it's actually quite dangerous to move this pawn out here. Just so you know. Okay, this is an issue. Move back. We want to keep our bishop. And now instantly our opponent is trying to attack our bishop, you see. His idea is to go here, and then our bishop has no safe squares to go. So let's prevent that. We can go either here or here. The idea is we're going to tuck the bishop in. I'm going to go here, because if he goes here, then I can retake. He's chosen to keep threatening our bishop. Non-issue. Our bishop's very safe here. Knights in the room, guys. Anyone know? Knights in the rim, dim. You can only control 4 squares. You want your knight in the center, ideally. Let's get our bishop out. Pinning now his knight to the king. He unpins himself, good. Develop the rest of our pieces. Move our bishop back. We could have done this as well, but the thing is, our bishop will be staring at 2 pawns, which will be not very good for us in our development. Now there's a little move I can throw in here. He's threatening our knight, so we need to do something about that. However, I can throw in this little check here, which forces his king to move, and it then stops him from being able to castle for the rest of the game, and that's quite a useful tactic to remember. You know, if the king moves once, he cannot castle for the rest of the game, and being in the center of the board is where loads of opportunities, attacking opportunities happen. Could also take this pawn. Let's take the pawn. And the idea is, guys, is that we can potentially move this bishop out the way and look to fork both of these pieces here. king and his rook. We can take. He's trying to open up this diagonal. It's a hanging pawn here. We've got a lot of threats. Which threat to choose is the question. There's also a saying in chess as well, which I learned, is that when you're unsure, you trade. Let's just simplify the position. I don't want to get too complicated for a beginner speedrun. We can even take with our queen here and threaten checkmate. This knight stopping it though. I don't think it's a bad move though. You might try and go here. Okay. He just takes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to castle. Because my king is in the middle of the board still. Open file right here. Weak diagonal. There's loads of vulnerabilities for my king, so what I'm going to do is castle here. And my queen's very safe as well, so I'm not worried about that. Take my knight, threatening this pawn. And look how powerful my knight is in the middle as well. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 squares that I am overseeing. So knights are always most powerful in the middle. Okay, protecting this. Not an issue. I have a tactic. Yeah, that works. This is called a discovery attack. So what I've done is, I want to get to this bishop, but my piece is in the way. So I'm going to win this now, but at least I've won a pawn in between then, so I'm actually up in that exchange. Let's take. I appreciate that one's not necessarily something that a 500 rated player would see, but I'll introduce more advanced concepts later on which you can use. Okay. Let's see. So he's threatening our knight here. I could take, but I can get to a more aggressive square here. My rook first would check. And this knight was being defended by the king. Now the king's moved, there's no defender here. So it's a free piece. We can take that. Okay. He's going for my knight. That's what he's trying to do. That's the thing as well. Whenever your opponent moves, always think, why has he done that? What's now changed? What is he targeting for that piece? It's one of the most important habits you can have in chess, to be aware of your opponent's plans. I mean, we all know chess is a game of being 2 steps ahead, but sometimes when we're having fun in the game, we actually forget to think ahead ourselves. We get too caught up in our own ideas, our own attacks, rather than think about what our opponent's plans or attacks are. So I took back the knight with my bishop. Now I've got a new threat on his rook. He missed that. He took my knight. So now I'm going to take that rook here, and I'm comfortably ahead in material right now. This bishop is pinned. He cannot move that bishop, and he cannot move the king closer to protect it either. Yep, that's his only defending move he has. I can just eat some more pawns. Not a minute. And also, this is a 10-minute game of chess. Look how much time I've used. I mean, of course I'm explaining ideas, but also compare that with, I'm going to look to try and trade now. I'll play a bit faster, because I want to make sure I don't lose this on time, but I don't think that's going to happen. You know what? Let's see. Let's see if we can try checkmate on him. Okay. His bishop's pinned to his rook. He can drop back. He doesn't have to take this pawn. He can just drop back, defend his rook, recapture. That's the right move to make. However, I'm happy with my lead in material. And we're going to look to comfortably win in the end game. No issue. It's all smooth sailing from here. Yep, good. He took. That was his only move. And endgames is something that I'll go through as well. He cleared the way for our pass pawn. Okay, now it's time to checkmate, guys. And he resigns. Okay, just quickly recapping this one. I don't want these videos to be too long. You guys can let me know. My last video was about half an hour long. I think that might have been a bit too long. Probably around 15-20 minutes. What do you guys think? I think it's probably a decent time to have these videos. Let's go with and start. Now, I'm just going to break it down from the human eye, like I always say. I can break it down with the computer, but I want to make this simple so I can explain it myself in terms of what went wrong and how he can improve himself. So first of all, this opening is quite passive. Just moving this pawn here. The opening doesn't even got a name, it just says Queen's Pawn Opening. But you want to be getting your pieces out. You want to get your knight and your bishop out early on in the game, and that's how you're going to start getting opportunities working for you later in the game, and also controlling the center at the start. This is a bit unnecessary as well. We don't need to push the pawn because that creates vulnerabilities, and like you saw later in the game, we even used that by getting our bishop to check him there. And so it created some vulnerabilities on his king, which isn't ideal, especially if he's keeping his king in the center. So for a start, it would have been better to do a move like bishop here or knight out. This way you're developing and you're protecting your queen. So you play very aggressively on the king side, pushing pawns a lot. And you got to be careful with pawns because once you move them, you can't move them back. So if you push them too far in, you're gonna create some vulnerabilities. Okay, so notice how my rook's on the open file, rook's in the right pieces, knight's in the center, bishop's controlling near the king side. My knight can hop into action soon. Loads of good things going for our pieces. This is called a rook lift. Move my rook up and to the side so that we can attack the king. Very useful move to know. And this is just a missing calculation. You recaptured, and you don't want to trade when you're down. When you're down on material, you don't want to trade. You want to try and keep your pieces on the board. And we simplified and just promoted our queen and equip. Okay, let's do one more game. One more game. Let's go. I'm gonna play just basic. Let's try and do the Italian opening. Okay. Pretty sure it's a fried liver attack here. Could be wrong. If I memorize it correctly. Ah, guys, he misses it. So, if you're watching this, pause the video quickly. What piece do you take with? Is it the bishop or the knight? Okay, answer in 3, 2, 1. That's the knight. Oh, and he doesn't even move his queen out of the way. Oh dear. Okay guys, that was a quick one. This is called the fried liver attack. This is why openings like the Italian are so strong, because your pieces they're ready to attack. Now this is the rare exception where I think it's okay to attack at the start, when your opponent's made a mistake in the opening. But generally, I wouldn't go for a checkmate or a vicious attack that early on in the game. I tried to get my pieces out. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this one up here though, guys, because like I said, I'm trying to make the videos a bit shorter. So do like and comment if you found this helpful. If you prefer this type of format, let me know. And yeah, I've got some more videos on the way. Thanks for watching. Cheers.